Robocalls, official-looking junk mail, internet scams, all everywhere. And as you might expect, seniors are often the targets. We report on it all the time, the way that they can fall victim to these scams.
But doctors from the University of Michigan want to sound the alarm about a slightly different issue, and it's not only age that increases the risk. Dr. Frank McGeorge is here to explain how medical problems are also a concern.
Yeah, Kim and Evan. So here's the thing. 3 in 10 adults say they have been the victim of a scam. And according to a new nationwide poll done by the University of Michigan, there was also a strong link between older adults with worse physical or mental health being more vulnerable to scams. And here's why.
Among older adults who have health problems, we know that taking care of one's health problems can take up a lot of time and energy. And that can leave less time and energy to devote to other things in one's life. And so it's possible that that could leave older adults with health problems more vulnerable to scam attempts.
Dr. Jeff Culligren, the director of the national poll, is a primary care physician at Michigan Medicine. He says older adults with lower incomes were also more likely to report experiencing either a fraud or scam, and more than half of poll participants weren't sure about their ability to spot a scam.
We found 2 important relationships between scams and health. First of all, we found that older adults who had health problems or a disability were more likely to be the victim of a scam in the last 2 years. Secondly, we also found that the vast majority of older adults who were the victims of a scam said that this had a negative impact on their financial, mental, or physical well-being.
So health problems put people at an increased risk of falling prey, and that experience can in turn further worsen their health.
It's also really important for both older adults and their loved ones to know that this experience is very common among older adults, particularly those who are suffering from health problems, so that they can best protect themselves from being victims of scams.
Now, incidentally, we also know that being the victim of scams can often be an early signal for concerns over declining mental ability. So the big picture here, your health, your finances, and your risk of being affected by a scam, they are all intricately connected.
So if someone is concerned for themselves, or as we often know is the case, for a family member, they're worried about them getting scammed, what can they do?
So there's actually a lot of really great resources out there. For example, the AARP Fraud Watch Network and the Federal Trade Commission Pass On It campaign. They have great information online. Also, the state of Michigan has a consumer protection information available on their website. And we're going to put a link to all those locations with this story on clickondetroit.com. So just look it up. There's a lot of really interesting and insight into, I think, the way scammers think and the way they might get to you.
So exasperating, but it's not going away. So we can only learn to guard against it. Yep. All right, Doc.